fine. What? You dropped your stuff? There they are. Oh, stop throwing them everywhere. That's silly. That's so silly of you. Grab it. Look, it's you. What was that? Girl, what are you talking about? Hello. Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Maddie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
So we won't have Rachel, and it looked like we won't have. I forgot his name.
Rasmus.
Yeah. I actually liked this week's
Yeah, it was more interesting.
story. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I read through the what the group leader is supposed to read through, so I can lead it a little bit.
Okay.
Because I guess we're supposed to just like go through the rankings that we chose and then make a consensus with the group rating, and then the group leader is supposed to read the expert ratings, I guess. So pretty simple.
Cool.
The expert ratings were not even close to what I chose, so.
Really?
Yeah.
What was, I guess, like your mindset? Was it to like we need to get out, they need to get out, or like they need to just kind of stay and hunker down, or what?
I guess my mindset was kind of like to survive the next couple of days, like if you can't get out,
Yeah,
especially since that guy's leg is broken.
that's kind of what I was thinking. And like the canoes had like a bunch of big gashes in them,
Yeah.
and yeah, I kind of and I don't know.
What did they say? It was like 5 days or something.
Well, it was supposed to be
Until-
4 days,
until
but
some-
like, yeah, 5 days until someone came looking. Yeah. So, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's going to be like a big, especially, yeah, like you said, especially for the guy that's got a broken leg.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's doable, especially because they have to keep on getting out, carrying the canoe. You know, if it was just down the river the whole time, maybe, but that walk in, I don't think you'd be able to handle that.
Definitely not. Hi, Erasmus.
Hello.
Did you like the what is it called? Did you like the case study this time?
Yes, I did. I did read it.
Did you like it? Because sometimes they're boring, but I like this one. It was interesting.
Well, yeah, it is. It's just like I couldn't really relate to the experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Cool. We can kind of get started, I guess.
Yeah,
And
I would say get started.
yeah, Davis jumps in. Great.
Hey,
So what we're supposed to do today is to go through kind of what we chose, come to a consensus on how we should rank our items, and then I'll read the expert ranking. So I'll just share my screen and show what I did. And then you guys just tell me what you did for, I guess, the ones. That makes sense. So Matt brought up kind of like we might have had different mindsets, because my mindset was like, oh, they're not going to be rescued for 5 days. They should try to survive that 5 days. So to me, the number one thing I did was water purification tablets, because you can really start to get really sick without water pretty fast. What did you guys do for the first one?
The first one I did like sleeping bags. The only reason I didn't do the water purification was because of how I was talking about like the different the temperatures and how you could like freeze overnight. And so my thought process was basically like, you could at least make it like a day or two, even if you didn't have clean water, but like you might not survive the night. So I was thinking somewhere in like the sleeping bags or matches or something like that.
yeah, I did the water purification tablets as well, just because I know like you can only go like 2 or 3 days without water. So at the very least, they'd be able to drink and possibly extend survival.
Yeah, and
True.
the more that I think about it, it's not like they're like in the ocean, which you really couldn't drink the water, but you can drink river water. It just like you kind of risk getting sick. So maybe it isn't the number one choice, but I guess that's what I did. I mean, there's a lot of really like important things that are hard to choose a rating.
Right. So I guess maybe we should just decide like, are we going to go for we're just going to hunker down and try to survive for 5 days, or like, because my thought process was that the canoes are damaged, and we've got someone with a broken leg, so I don't know if it makes a lot of sense to
Try to go.
to try to keep going on, going down the river and stuff, because you have to keep getting out and walking around, and our broken leg friend would probably not do so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, did they say like how far away they were from the nearest town? Wasn't it like 30 miles or 30 miles from the nearest main road or something?
Yeah, it was. I don't remember.
Well, I
it
know,
was
I
like-
know they were a while out. So at least when I was doing this, I was thinking, well, I'm thinking they've got to try to survive for as long as possible. So
Mhm.
I don't know, but I like Matt's idea of the sleeping bags first,
I do
actually.
too. I do think that's more important, probably. Do you,
Yeah. I
think
Erasmus,
it
what did
either-
you do?
Well, when I first read, I was thinking maybe they would try to find their way to the nearest town since you have someone with a broken leg. And so I thought of, well, maybe they will use the map and the compass. Those items should be the most important ones they can use to get them to the nearest town. But it was really hard for me because, like I said, I can really relate to the experience. So, and then I think my number 3 was just the food. As for the
only
water,
thing-
I just thought, well, they can take. I mean, they are surrounded by water. It wouldn't hurt if they drink, even if I mean the water is not very good. They will still be able to survive it at least for a few days.
Mhm. I agree. Except for I did think that they should have the map and compass first at first, but then they said they had no idea where they were. So that wouldn't be very helpful. They did say that, right? That they
I
did.
don't remember. See here.
Let's see.
But you probably could, like, if you know how to like use a map and stuff, you could find some things that kind of stick out, or something, you could probably figure out where you were on the map, maybe. Let's see.
I do think the sleeping bags is a good idea though, because no matter what, they are gonna have to spend at least one night out there, and they have a bunch of wet clothes, and so I think it would be smart to stay warm.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was thinking either that or just the matches, I mean, at least if you had a big old fire going, you could
Yeah.
dry it out probably, and you'd have some heat. You wouldn't freeze to death, I don't think.
Yeah. So my first one was the water purification tablets. Then I went compass, then the matches. So I had sleeping bags as 5th, but I really wasn't thinking of them trying to sleep. And
Yeah, me
stay
neither.
warm. So what if did we all have the matches ranked pretty high?
Yeah.
I had 3 on matches.
So what if we do the matches as number 1?
Okay. And then
Yeah.
sleeping bags 2 or
Yeah, let's do sleeping bags.
That's fine with me.
let's see. Where did I put the map? Oh, yeah. My map and compass are a little bit farther down there. Because in my head I thought they wouldn't really know where they are, but I guess they can figure that out. Okay. So 3 is
Excuse me again. Why are we using? I mean, what are we selecting the matches for as number 1?
Because I think it's really important for them to be dry when it comes to nighttime, when it gets really cold, because hypothermia can set in really fast. And then there's really not a lot that you can do after that if they're out there for a long time. So we think being dry and warm is the most important.
Right. I think, I don't know if it was Davis or Matt. Someone asked a question about whether we are trying to just, you know, stay there for as long as we can till someone find us, or are we trying to find our way to the nearest town?
I think stay where we are because his leg is broken. And I don't think that it would be very easy to go 30 miles to the nearest town with someone with a broken leg. And I don't think it's wise for them to split up either. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Both the canoes are also
Yeah.
pretty banged up, pretty good, you know.
Yeah, I
Right.
think it's best to just have them hunker down. I mean, they said that their trip was like what, 3 or 4 days, and then
Yeah.
the soonest that they'd be reporting missing would be at day 5. And
Yeah.
so I went through my list with the idea of, well, let's try to get them to survive like 5 days.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
And
Right.
the thing is like in 5 days, you'll be thirsty, you'll be hungry, but you'll survive 5 days. But if you get cold and wet the first night and hypothermia sets in, you're not going to survive 5 days.
Right. Right. Okay.
Did you guys have?
It's kind of like the first, I guess, challenge you have to overcome is being able to make it through the first night, you know.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can kind of, you know, there's going to be other challenges. Probably next to be like water, and then the next to be food. But you know,
Yeah.
so okay.
What did you guys put as 3? Mine was the matches, but we just ranked that as 1. So
Yeah, mine was matches as well.
Mine was the water purification tablets. But my number 2, actually, I don't know. Tell me what you think about this. My number 2 is the whiskey, just because I wasn't sure. They didn't give a lot of detail on like the broken leg and like, you know, if there was any kind of like bleeding or, you know, like something like that could be
Yeah.
infected. That was my only thought with that. But there wasn't a lot of information.
I did think about whiskey, and then I Googled it, and it actually said that that's like a common misconception.
Oh, really? It doesn't clean?
Even though you put like alcohol, it said that your best bet is to just like scrub it and like pour water on it rather than whiskey. But I still thought this guy was going to be in pain, so he might as well drink the whiskey.
There you go.
Yeah. No, I was thinking same as Matt. I put whiskey as number 4 just because, I mean, again, if his leg is broken, then chances are there's like a deep cut or scratch and you want to disinfect that. Otherwise, I mean, even if they survive, if that leg gets infected, it's probably going to have to chop that off when they get found.
Yeah.
But
So wait, so it said that whiskey doesn't clean?
I don't know, because I always thought it did. And
Yeah.
but I Googled it, and you know, Google is always right. So
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. Interesting.
let's see
I
what it
never-
says.
So I guess if it, yeah. If the only thing it's going to be for him is a painkiller, then I guess that's probably not the best.
Yeah, it just says it will kill germs, but it'll also kill healthy cells and burns like a lot. So
Yeah.
cleaning it with water is a better option a lot of the time, but it still kills the germs. So
then yeah, let's not rank that high then. So then should we put the water purification as number 3?
I still think that's important, probably, especially since
Yeah.
they could get sick pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. If you got like Giardia or E. coli or something, you could really.
Mhm.
be in a bad
And-
place.
Yeah, and then you'll be dehydrated because you're just throwing up everywhere.
Right.
Let's see. I put fanny pack of food up there, but it's not as important. People can survive 2 weeks without food.
Right.
Um,
Have we got, wait, so did we do the sleeping bags?
we did sleeping
Yeah,
bags
it's number 2.
Number 2, okay. So,
Should we put
see.
map and compass up there, or are we deciding that we're not doing that? Just because we decided to sit still.
so I guess if you were sitting still, the only reason I could think that you would benefit from the map and compass is if you could find like a clearing or something like that, where you were basically prepping for, okay, when they do send a helicopter, we want to find a spot that's going to be really easy to find us.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I mean, it kind of, but you could also just kind of maybe, send a couple people out and kind of slowly increase your knowledge of the area that's right around you. And if you could
Yeah.
find somewhere, then great. Then maybe it's not that important to actually have a map, but I don't know. That was my only thought.
Okay, let's place ourselves in a scene. The first thing I would think about is surviving the night. So we have the warm and the sleeping bags. Second thing I would think about is water. The third thing I would think about is helping this poor guy's leg.
Yeah, that's
So-
true.
I don't know if like duct tape's a good option. I feel
I
like
actually
that's
I put it pretty high on my list just because how versatile it is.
I
Yeah.
put it low, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about all the different things duct tape could be used for. It could be used for making a shelter, helping this guy's leg stay wrapped. I feel like it could be a lot of things.
Yeah. I put the duct tape as number 6,
Yeah, same here. Number 6.
but I like moving it up a little bit. It's because I'm trying to think what would be 4th best. I mean, hypothetically, if we were in this group, I think we'd want to keep everybody together. And so the only benefit I could see with that compass is like sending it to like 2 or 3 people to slowly like expand their knowledge of their surrounding areas, but I don't think that's necessarily like a top priority.
Yeah. So the 3 things that I saw that made me think about what we could use to build a shelter, I guess, is parachute cord, duct tape, and the set of wet clothes. So I don't know if it's important to build a shelter, like sticks, put the clothes on top, duct tape it together. I don't know. That's just what I was thinking about, but I do think duct tape is more important than a
Yeah.
broken book.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
duct tape at 4.
Yeah.
5, or is it 4? He's on 4.
Yeah, we're on 4.
Oh, okay.
So number 5. I had the map. But we just
I had the fishing poles. I was just thinking that's probably going to be your best source of food, I would imagine, besides, like as far as new food.
Yeah, I put the fishing poles just 1 step below the duct tape because my thought was, well, you could always just wrap it around with enough duct tape and try to get something going.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
okay.
So if we're thinking about food now, should we do the fanny pack of food at 6?
I'll be honest, I put the fanny pack of food at 15.
Oh, really?
Just because I was thinking, again, you can go like up to 2 weeks without food. And I just thought, especially where it's like cheese and salami, unless those
that what it
are
was?
like pretty much at, yeah, unless it's pretty much at like in a refrigerator, you risk your chance of getting sick from it. And so that's why I
Yeah.
put the 2 broken fishing poles way ahead of it, because I was thinking, well, at least they can catch something fresh and pair that with the matches. They could have new food. instead of relying on wet cheese and old salami.
That's
Mhm.
true. And I don't want to attract any unwanted animal attention with rotting.
Yeah, it said bears are common in the area, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we don't need that one then. It just convinced me.
See. So for number 6, this is where, let's see. I mean, I could see maybe the parachute cord.
Yeah, for the same reasons as the duct tape. There's a lot of things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think, is there any reason why we would need insect repellent besides comfort?
No, I mean, a fire starter if it was all really wet,
That's true. We could also use the whiskey for that.
that's true. Um,
Mhm.
So we have the compass, insect repellent, whiskey, a frisbee. Can you think of a reason for that?
I couldn't think of anything for the frisbee, but I mean, the only thing I could think of is like using it as some sort of like attention grabbing device,
Yeah. I put frisbee as second to last.
Yeah, okay. I agree with that. Is there a reason for a personal flotation device?
I mean, like
Land.
pillows and like something like that, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of for that.
Okay.
But
We have a map with pillows, flotation device, clothes, wet, whiskey, insect repellent, and compass. I like what you were saying about having kind of a start for the matches, especially since there's only 30 matches. So it kind of, you don't want to waste any of them not working.
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we could put the whiskey there and, we've got it'll have maybe a little bit of cleaning purposes. And if not that, then start a fire with it at least.
Yeah. Okay. Map, flotation, clothes, insect repellent, compass.
We should do like the map and compass next.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't feel like
Yeah.
there's any, the other ones are really like super pressing, but maybe it would be nice to be able to know your surrounding a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe the insect repellent at 10. I don't know. I'm just trying to think because the only 2 things that we don't have ranked are the wet clothes and the flotation devices.
Yeah. Again, the wet clothes could be turned into dry clothes with the fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So-
true. I think
Okay.
that, and those could be
It's pressing,
useful.
but I think-
Those could be like bandages too, if,
yeah, that's true. We don't know if he's bleeding or not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so do we have the whole list done?
Yeah, we do. Here, I'll find the. Okay, sorry. Okay, so the first one was duct tape. Sorry. This is the most essential thing because it is the only way to repair the canoe. I wasn't even thinking about repairing the canoe.
Yeah, same. They made it sound like it was in bad shape, so.
Yeah, I didn't think a roll of duct tape would fix it.
Yeah. It can be used to patch up the 10-inch tear and fix the broken gunwales. Other uses for the tape, which experts say is essential, on any such trip are to repair the fishing poles and to use with large sticks to set a temporary splint for the broken bone. Lastly, it can be used to fashion a makeshift pan to boil water. How do you do that? Caution must be used to keep the tape far enough from the flame to not allow the water to get so hot that the adhesive will melt. I'm very curious on how to make a,
Yeah, I'm guessing you just kind of like put it in a like put it in a circle, you know, and
yeah, but to me,
yes,
it would melt, but it's.
I would never have thought of that.
that's what I think too, but I don't know. I don't think you could get it to boil, get it hot enough for water to boil, but still not melt the adhesive.
Yeah, so you'd be holding it for a long time, I feel like.
Yeah, which I mean, I guess you got 5 days, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't need the water purification tablets.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the second one was personal flotation device. They're useful to keep the body warm. They can be worn as vests to keep the torso warm, cushions or pillows to sit on. Right now, all the clothes are wet, even the PFDs are wet, but they still provide warmth. That was not the one that I. Number 3 is map of the area, essential for the 2 people striking out to get help. Wait, did it say that people were separating?
I think it, let's see.
I didn't think it mentioned anything about it in the little write-up.
Okay, well, I guess it did. I guess 2 people are striking out to get help. It would be almost impossible to navigate out of the lakes without a map. And it makes
Oh,
it.
it's, yeah, it says right above that the REI outfitters like agreed that the best course of action was for the group. Send 2 of the most experienced and least injured people to paddle to a road and go for help. And then everyone else stay there. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then the
feel like you
sleeping
wouldn't-
bags. Go ahead.
I feel like you wouldn't really be able to shave off that much time, you know, like
Yeah.
if you like
Yeah.
4 days, if it was going to take you 4 dadays before, you know,
That's true.
like I feel like at most maybe you could shave off a day.
Yeah, because I mean, what,
Their
they said it's like
routes.
30 miles, right?
Yes.
And it's all through the mountains and different sorts of terrain.
Yeah.
I don't see how 2 people could, I mean, like you said, Matt, realistically shave off
Very
that
much
much
time. Yeah.
Yeah, and
They
that's
have no
even assuming that
supplies
they
either.
make it. Yeah, exactly.
And then you're separated.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Some expert.
yeah, some expert. Maybe they know something we don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Maybe there's like camps along the way
Hmm.
for other people.
yeah.
Sleeping bags to keep warm. It's important to dry out as soon as possible. Matches to start a fire as soon as the drizzle or rain stops to dry out clothes, and then the extra set can be dried out and put on the same time. Food, that one's an odd one. Though there isn't much, it would still be helpful. It must be divided in rations so that it doesn't run out quickly. When it stops raining, the extra clothes need to be dried out. And the 3 remaining people can wear them. So the clothes. Fishing poles, you can use the duct tape on, catch a fish. Parachute cord, a line to dry the clothes, to secure the food away from bears. That's can be used for splinting the leg and repair the gun walls of the canoe. In order to do this, poke holes near either side of the top using the jackknife. That doesn't make sense to me. Number 10 is an insect
What's the
repellent.
jackknife?
Yeah, where did that come from? It will provide protection from mosquitoes and black flies, which are persistent and thick. It will protect against wood ticks, deer ticks, and protect you from Lyme disease. I guess that's important because Lyme disease lasts forever. Water purification tablets, mildly important because the water in the area is often not pursued. However, the disease to worry about is Giardia, Protozoa in the water. It takes 2 weeks to take effect in the body. By that time, everyone should be home. Water can also be boiled. Yellow frisbee, though it was brought for recreation, it can serve some survival value. Once is to heat water in it. Be careful that the heat does not melt the plastic. Fish can be boiled in it, as well as the hard candies can provide a warm liquid for the group. You want some sugar soup? The frisbee
Hard
can be
candies, did I miss that too?
right. Was it in the bag too?
Maybe.
The frisbee can be used to fan the fire, and it can be used for recreation to ease the tension. The compass is not as important as the other items because the paddlers are well equipped to navigate the lakes with the map. Whiskey, some may think this is useful for energy or to keep warm, but actually has the opposite effect, and it should be only used as a last resort for pain for the broken bone because alcohol causes dehydration and hypothermia getting colder. After drinking alcohol, the blood capillaries expand and initially the drinker feels warm. However, the heat is actually being lost and later there's a sudden feeling of very, very cold. I guess that's important. There is a significant difference between our rankings.
Yeah,
Wow.
whole different, I don't know, whole different style, I guess.
Yeah, they went after it differently. And they knew things about the objects that we didn't know that they could do.
Mhm.
We were kind of thinking that the boats were unfixable. So were these plastic boats, wooden boats, inflatable canoes?
Like fiberglass or something, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Or some kind of poly something.
Okay, do you guys have your tables pulled up?
What's that? Sorry, can't really hear you.
Have your tables pulled up? It says to finalize table scores. I don't know how you do that. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, so like at the bottom, it says like individual group. So I think basically you take the expert ranking and you see how far away from them your ranking was and the group like ranking was.
Okay.
So can you like name off all the go
Yeah,
down?
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, the first one was duct tape.
Can you just go top to bottom, like start at fanny pack of food and just do the numbers?
Yes, you tell me the one that's at the top and I'll tell you the number
Okay.
because I can't see
Okay.
those.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Fanny pack of food.
6.
Plastic covered map.
3.
3.
Yeah, 3.
Oh, this is the expert.
Oh yeah, this is the expert. What one did you want me to?
Well, I guess we need both of them, but okay. On the let's just do the expert one first. Okay, the flotation devices.
2.
2. Fishing poles.
8.
Set of clothes.
7.
Frisbee.
12.
Water purification.
11.
Duct tape was 1, right?
Yeah, duct tape was 1.
Whiskey was 14.
Yeah.
Insect repellent.
10.
Matches. 4.
5.
5. Parachute cord.
9.
9.
Compass,
What did you say?
compass,
Compass was 13.
and then the sleeping bags were
Like 4.
okay. And can we do the group ranking again?
Yep. Okay, group ranking is 14, 9, 12, 5, 11, 13, 3, 4, 7, 10, 1, 6, 8, 2. You got that?
Yes, thank
Will
you.
you read the expert ranking to me in order?
Yeah. Just starting at the top, it's 6, 3, 2, 8, 7, 12, 11, 1, 14, 10, 5, 9, 13, and 4.
I had the same ranking for sleeping bags as the expert did.
I did not. I'm trying to see if there's anything that was the same. Nope. Couple were like close, but
I had the fishing poles, the exact same.
oh, nice.
Really?
That's it.
All right. So just we can go through and do the group error thing. Which is basically how many numbers away it is, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So like the first one would be 8, right?
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, 8, 6, 10, 3, 4, 1. Hey, there we go. 8, 3, 7, 0,
0. Nice.
4, 3, 5, and 2.
6. Okay. What's the persuasion score?
I don't know if we do that. I think we leave that one for next week or something.
Oh, okay.
Remember something, seen something about that.
I got 2 of them the same.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Oh, I was doing it wrong. 1 second.
Wait, so are we not supposed to do that column F yet?
Yeah, I think I think I remember seeing something about like column F is gonna be next week or something like that.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
So how do we calculate the score? Yeah.
You just do so the individual is column A. You just add them all up. And then the group score is column B, and then we won't know what that one is. Yeah.
Okay, so it's said for everyone to calculate their own score.
Mine was 66.
Your
Nice.
individual?
Yeah,
Oh, mine was 64.
dang it.
Mine's 61.
Yeah,
Wow,
terrible.
smoked us. Okay.
Did anyone do the group error one?
I'm
Yeah,
doing that one right now.
okay. We got 64. Let me know if you get that as well.
Yeah, 64.
You said 64.
Yeah,
Let's go back to this real quick. Okay. Yeah, it says ask the best for their persuasion score.
yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. Sorry, I thought it's. I
Well,
thought
I'm
I
not sure
remembered
what it is, so.
I'm wondering if you take the numbers, like basically how far you moved from your number to the
Number
group
two.
number. Yeah. Do you think? Oh yeah, B
That
minus.
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
Yep. What did you guys get?
I don't know. My left hand, so it's taking a minute.
I got 33.
I got 35.
I don't know yet. 12 plus. Wait, what were your guys' numbers?
It's 35.
33.
Mine's 44. Because this first one's 12. It moved so much.
Oh,
Okay.
Decide if your group has process gain. If your group score was lower than the average member score, then you did have process gain. So we had process gain because it was kind of around the same for everyone. But I'm not sure what process gain means. Do you guys know?
so if your group score was lower than the average member score, so what was everyone's scores? Mine was 66, I think.
Davis's was 64. Mine was 61.
So
The one
do we then just take the average of that?
Yeah, so by 3. Oh, whoops. 66 plus 64 plus 61.
So
So that's 63 and
Our
2/3.
group score was 64.
So yes, but just barely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means though, but
Yeah, I'm guessing it means like how much like did it help you basically to come together as a group and
oh, okay. Yes,
something
we
like that. I
did.
don't know.
Like we all agreed basically
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
we had good level of participation. We debated really well. I think that's why our process was good. Okay. Does anyone have anything else to add?
I don't know, just that like you can think you have a really great process or whatever, but then the experts come in and like you
Yeah.
actually have like, you know, like made a terrible choice. Like a
Yeah.
terrible choice basically from the beginning. Like kind of everything hinges on like, okay, are we gonna sit here and bunker down or are we gonna
Yeah.
go, you know?
I
Yeah.
wonder how well ours would do. Like the choices we made, I wonder how well we would do.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it would all depend on if we could fish, if we found fish, and if we get a fire started. I think like if you can do those, you know, I think it'd be pretty much set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be very fun, but you could do all right.
It'd be fun. We have a frisbee.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. I thought that was so weird that he ranked that, what was it, like 13 or something? Just, and his main reasoning was like, well, I mean, you could like fan the fire with it or
Oil
play with
water.
it and boost morale.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Weird.
Cool.
Uh,
We actually had pretty long meeting today. So
Yeah. Yeah.
bad.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.